Anyway, for this afternoon's job and probably tomorrow, I got a 40x60 shot pad to build. This isn't exactly what I planned on doing today, but I'm kind of at a standstill over at the water feature project, waiting on that lady to kind of get where I can get on her same schedule where she can kind of help get me started on it and get everything dug out, and waiting on some more of the water feature deals. And this guy's got a company that does like I think they're like metal pole barn buildings, but they are like ready to start on this thing. It said March, and we're like, I think it's the 27th of March, so yeah, not really what I kind of planned on, but I'm trying to get this done in between waiting on the pond lady and everything else. So it's gonna go, this is the front corners of it right here, then 60 feet back that way. So as you can tell, I got a pile of stuff to move, and then he thinks there's about 18 inches of topsoil and such here. So I'm gonna start stripping the grass off and just shove it all the back. Some of this stuff we're just gonna actually waste along the back of this property. Some of it I'm gonna keep piled up. Probably more for that corner in the back, because we're going to build this pad up, I'd say maybe a foot higher than the ground level up here, so we'll need a little bit of it to backfill around that pad. But yeah, finally get to run the dozer for the first time in months, so looking forward to that. But I've also got a lot of rain coming in over the weekend, so I'm going to try to scramble and get this stripped off. And the clay pit's only like 3 miles from here, so I may end up running my truck this afternoon because Brian's tied up till tomorrow, and start hauling some clay in if I get to that point or before those guys leave. So I still need to go grab the roller too. So like I said, it's not I really didn't plan on even doing this job quite today. So yeah, let's jump in the dozer and get this stuff stripped off and go from there. I may be gonna get some clay after all. Brian just texted me and said that they had some openings and they could start hauling clay, so I'm not quite ready, but I think we'll just dump it back here in front where this pad's gonna go. So me and Brian have been kind of laughing all this week. We've had about the same luck where every day I plan on doing job A, and by lunchtime I'm on to job C. So yeah, it's just been one of those weeks where you think you're going to do this and that, and then somebody's supposed to be helping or whatever falls through, so then you go try to switch gears to go to something else. And then I think the last 3 days, about every time I get started it's like lunchtime, so then I work till like 8 o'clock trying to get something done for the day. So you go and move this tree. And yeah, you just feel like you're running around with a chicken with your head cut off trying to get anything done. So it's been the same with him, because I try to keep him in the loop of what I got going on and what I'm going to need this week. And he'll tell me in the mornings, oh, we're tied up, we got this, this, and this. And then by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he's like, hey, never mind, we can start on this. So yeah, springtime, everybody's just, I think it's been a long winter, so everybody's just ready to rock and roll. And it's just been non-stop. It's a good problem to have, but it can wear you out pretty quick. So. We made some crazy progress this afternoon, so I think I got close to 20 loads of clay in maybe 2 hours. So I think I ended up with 5 trucks total. So that is one thing with Brian Southern Trucking is if you need a lot of material in a short amount of time, those guys do not mess around, which is awesome. So, but it's pretty rough right now, but we're getting close up to the grade that the clay is going to need to be. I'm probably going to make it, trying to figure that out, maybe 4 to 6 inches higher than what the grass and stuff was over there, which will probably still make it a foot or 2 out in the back. But then I'm going to also add 6 inches of base rock, and then they'll come in there and pour, I think they're going to put a 6-inch floor in this thing. So that'll get us up at least a foot 14 inches higher than everything else around it. Then I can kind of grade around it. I think the garage doors are going on that end, so we'll probably, he's not even talking about a driveway yet, but I'm sure it'll kind of come off where the truck's at, and we'll probably have to strip that off and put rock down in there. But yeah, for not actually planning on doing this job today and not starting on it till like 1:45, we got a lot done. So as you can tell though, I was in a little bit of a hurry, so I kind of got some of the dirt and clay a little bit on the back side of that pile. I got more of my good topsoil right there that I'll keep to kind of dress this up. But yeah, it was a little chaotic there for a while. But with tomorrow being Friday, weather coming in, and him wanting to have this done, we may get there. I should be able to get the rest of the clay in the morning and then have him switch over to the rock. So yeah, I'm happy with how far we got. So we're gonna roll back into the shop, and we'll catch you guys in the morning.